Good afternoon. It is December the 30th, second last day of the year, 2024. I'm in the Hotel Saskatchewan. I was working. I have a deadline I'm trying to beat, so focused on that today. Also had some errands to run, so that's what brought me down here. I'm walking home, so why don't you walk with me? I'm going to go down by the lake to stretch it a little bit. I haven't been down there for a while, so. So up we come on Scar Street. It's a grade A, a little bit of light snow. Supposed to be some more tonight, not a lot, but some. Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church there. Oh, I should have do up another button here in my coat. Fairly quiet downtown still. It's that sort of between Christmas and New Year's, and there's still a lot of people off, I think. I noticed the traffic seemed fairly light when I was driving earlier. So we'll just go down Scarth Street here, cross over to the lakeside, go down by the lake and home. About 20 minutes, maybe 25. I'm editing. My big thing I'm trying to get done is a copy edit of a book that's supposed to come out in, well, it was January. I pushed it to February. I have to push it a little bit later yet. The holidays have, well, you know, sometimes I like to take a holiday too, but when I take a holiday, Shadow Paw Press shuts down. So the solo operation that I am, as I keep saying, it's just me and the cat, and he is no help, despite having his picture on every book. Should walk on the other side of the street, because this sidewalk is never cleared on this side along here. Whoever owns these parking lots doesn't clear it. It just gets beaten down by people walking along it, which means it's uneven and slippery in spots. Today's fairly pleasant. It's, I don't know, -5 or something like that. But we are anticipating much colder breath coming in here in the next few days. It's supposed to be -30 in a couple of days. So. And some more snow in the forecast. Not a lot, but some. It's not January, but it's practically January. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind did blow. Earth stood cold as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long, long ago. Not a particularly fine rendition of that song, but the words always strike me as appropriate to Saskatchewan in the wintertime. It sounds like an old song. It's not actually that old song. Anyway, this is definitely the bleak midwinter for us. If technically winter's only been around for what, 10 days now, officially? Started on December 21st, and here it is the 30th. Effectively, it's been winter here now for quite a while, as my walking videos will bear tribute to. A lot of logos on that building over there. I don't remember being there. Just various offices in there now. They all have a logo on the front of the building. Really should have walked down the other sidewalk. This one is not cleared anywhere, hardly. We go by the Chateau apartments. I don't know what's chateau about them. They have pointy roofs. Central Park over there. Not that Central Park, but our Central Park. That's why this is called Central Park Place. Well, this sign says Virtus Group. This one over here says Central Park Place. Because it's Central Park on the other side of the street. And we have a condo right off of Central Park, which sounds way more impressive if people think you're in New York. Less so if they find out you're in Regina. Expecting these buildings, these houses here to be torn down. I'm pretty sure they're empty. But as you can see, nobody's been in that one for a while, not through the front door anyway, or the other one either. There used to be a restaurant here whose name I can't remember. It was quite popular when I first moved here. And when we lived in the condo regularly, it was still here. It was torn down, and then they were going to build tiny little condos here. That never happened. Now there's a sign that says it's the future home of Ronald McDonald House. So hopefully that one. There's a dog. Look at that. I have yet. There you go. Ronald McDonald House. I have yet to do one of these walks without running into a dog. And today is not going to be the day that I do, clearly. This is the Prince Charles, which I keep saying should be turned into the King Charles, but they haven't changed the name. There's our condo building, where we still have a condo, although it's kind of our west wing. Use it for guests and a few other things. It's been handy when we've had to move out of the house for renovations and stuff like that. Should say east wing, or you could say the house is the west wing of the condo, I guess. It's like that house. Never been in it though. And then up ahead, of course, is the college building, which is part of the University of Regina. The original building, the original Regina College, which eventually became University of Saskatchewan Regina campus, and then University of Regina. This is a nice old house, but it's all offices now. Medical, I think. Kind of. Stuff. I've been in there once or twice. This was the first condo building they built over on this lot, which used to be where Central Collegiate was. Oh. Someone said hello. Thank you. I would prefer to think that Josh Groban's voice sounds just like mine, because I'm pretty sure I'm older than he is. So he got it from me. He doesn't know who I am, but, you know, still. Come up to the college building, which is home to various things, including the Conservatory of Performing Arts. The only time I ever took a dance class, we were up in the top floor of that tower. I think it's the only time I've ever been up there. second floor from the top. I remember rehearsing something up there, but I'm pretty sure that dance class I took was on the top floor. It was years ago. The only formal dance class I ever took. Can't say I was good at it, but I did it. Modern dance, I think it was. Well, a dance class might be helpful doing the theatrical work that I was doing. I can't say it was helpful there either, but anyway, I did it. We could go right through this building. Shall we go right through this building? If it's open? I assume it's open. It might not be open. It's the time of the year. Does it say it's not open? Let's see if it's open. And just walk through to the other side. Oh, it's not open. Okay. I guess it's not the time because of the holidays. Dark hall in front of us. Speaking of performing arts, last place I performed in a musical was Beauty and the Beast back in May. I was in here. I played Maurice because now I play old guys. I don't know how that happened. Well, at least they've cleared the sidewalks in here, which is nice. So, of course, the lake is up ahead of us. We traipse our way down the side of Dark Hall here. There's a lot of ice I gotta watch out for. Even though the sidewalks are somewhat cleared. Especially because there was freezing rain at one point. Usually ice. We've been rewatching Corner Gas. It was filmed right over there. Well, part of it. A lot of it was filmed on location in Rollo, but the interiors, the sets were over there. Carry on up this way. Lots of parking. Here's the back of the college building. College building is right there. As I often mention, I used to get my picture taken in front of this tree back when in the 90s when I was doing lots and lots of musicals. Every May, Lyric would do a show. John Lyric Musical Theatre at Dark Hall, and then the tradition was we would come out here and have a cast picture taken. See the water slide in front of that tree. Not like a bush at the time, it's grown. And we did that through, I think 99 was the first time we were not in Dark Hall. In the 10 years I did, I think, every spring show pretty much. Maybe every spring show. And then we did a little night music. We moved to the University Theatre. And the shows had been there right up until this year when they came back with Beauty and the Beast in Dark Hall. So thanks to the renovations in Dark Hall, it's now a very fine theater in which to perform. However, the next Lyric show is Sister Act, and even though there are older male parts I could potentially audition for, I can't do it because it conflicts with Sask Expo up in Saskatchewan, where I go up and sell books every year. So here's the pool. So I don't know when I'll do another show. I'm not auditioning for anything, so nothing in the immediate future. All my performing has been with Wascana Voices and one-offs like the Oh Holy Night that was just mentioned. They're open. I can't imagine they get a lot of business, but maybe I'm wrong. They're open all year round. The Manic House right here. And there's the lake ahead of us. That's the playground. Should go down the slope, which is a little concerning when it's icy, but hopefully it's okay. It's got beaten snow on it, so it's not just. Oh, yeah, well, we'll risk it. We'll take little steps, though. There are a number of beaten down paths like that one, too. Now, there's the legislative building. There should be a skating rink over there, and it looks like the warming hut is there, but they haven't put up the rink itself. Maybe they're doing that in the new year. I've never skated on it, but my daughter was thinking of going skating somewhere, and I said, well, there's one in front of the legislative building, but there isn't. Not yet, anyway. Maybe it's still coming. Gazebo. Oh, Mika here is doing this recital. Someone we know really well. She's done many, many duets with my daughter at the music festival. And then Robert's in there who's playing, and the little picture in the middle was my best man at my wedding, and he was my accompanist when I did my 65th birthday cabaret, which you can find on my YouTube channel as well. If you like my Oh Holy Night, you should check out my YouTube channel for other examples of me singing. The lake is well frozen and covered in deep snow. There's a few footsteps out there, but it would be hard slogging without snowshoes. Look at the ledge, as we call it. We'll see how miserably cold it is tomorrow on New Year's Eve, if I take a walk or not. Probably will, but I'm not promising anything. Still kind of in holiday mode, despite the editing work I'm doing today and tomorrow. I should finish this editing project tomorrow at the latest, and that'll be good going into the new year, and I can start the next editing project. And the one after that, and the one after that, and the one after that. I've got several books lined up that need editing. We head into the new year. Including one of my own. I'm looking forward to giving it another going over. Fireboy, a middle grade young adult fantasy novel, will be out in July, just after my birthday. My first novel in a couple of years. I hope to pick up the pace on that, though. Cut back on the publishing. Focus more on the writing. I have enjoyed publishing, but I miss the writing. And I have so many stories waiting to be told in my head or on paper. In some cases, half written or quarter written or whatever. Not to mention tons of ideas. So I'm retirement age. I'm going to retire and write a book. Which I've been doing for 30 years, but still, well, more, but 30 since I had my last full-time job, non-contract, short-term job. Yeah, not much of a path from here down there, but I guess we'll risk it. Will we? Yeah, I guess we can manage. They haven't bothered to clear the steps here up to Speaker's Corner. State of free speech being what it is, government doesn't really want anybody exercising it, so maybe that's why they're making it hard to get to Speaker's Corner. That's a cynical take, isn't it? And they still have done nothing about that pothole, sinkhole, I should say. The snow is a lot less pretty and white after there's been a little bit of melting and a lot of splashing on the main roads here. It melts off pretty quickly because of traffic and sunshine, and because they're scraped down pretty low to begin with, so there's not a lot of snow cover. It seems to take forever for this light to change. You just have to stand here and wait. There we go. Last time I walked along here, I was doing my Christmas light walk, which you can see on Christmas Eve, or day before Christmas Eve, I guess. December 23rd is when I did it. If you'd like to get a look at some of our local house decorations. A couple of major ones along here. This one has tons of stuff going on. Not so noticeable during the day, but you can see there's lots of things there. Oof. And at night, all lit up. Slightly incoherent. There's polar bears and candy canes and Santa, and then also the manger. So everybody seems to be buried in the snow. They also do a big Halloween spread at that house. I missed my Halloween walk this year, though, because I was in Ottawa. This one up here has lots on it every year. But it all flashes on and off. I think they'd be better put to let it just stay on, because at times everything turns off at the same time and it goes dark. But they didn't ask me. FedEx truck. Turn up Angus Boulevard, which connects to Angus Crescent, but you have to follow Angus Crescent around that way to the right to get to Angus Street. So somehow Angus got 3 things named after him. Because this first crescent is Leopold Crescent, but there's not a Leopold Street that I'm aware of. And Connaught Crescent, I don't believe there's a Connaught Street, although there's a Connaught School. And somehow Angus has this boulevard, a crescent, and a street. Unless they're all different Anguses, but I don't think that's the case. Some early city councillor, I think, if I remember right. I don't think he was a mayor. But I would have to look that up to be sure. In my own book, Historic Walks of Regina News Show. I keep thinking I should carry a copy with me. So when I say things like that, I could see if I'm making it up. But I couldn't be stopping every 5 minutes to try to find something in a book. So instead, I'll just make stuff up. It is the tradition of my people. All right, we go through the alley, which brings us to Angus Crescent, and then I'm practically home. Whew, which is good. It's always a bit more of a slog in this kind of weather. Lots of snow, but not terribly cold is actually often makes it a bit harder to walk. Things are a little slipperier, slush is a little slushier, and that kind of thing. Davin School dead ahead, now called the Crescents. We won't go that far. We will turn onto Angus Crescent here. Angus Crescent. Oh, I thought that was another dog, but it's just a person without a dog. What are the odds? All right, ready to be home. Fortunately, I practically am. Hi, electric pineapple. I've always preferred the old-fashioned acoustic pineapples myself, but due to you. All right, we will stop right here. So, real late to the party, electric pineapple. I'm just wrapping up. Thanks for walking with me, and bye.